Nigeria. We work mainly, we work with young people, we work with families, we work with communities, because we believe that truly when we want peace in the society, it starts from the children. So at Every Child Counts, we do very simple but intentional things. We nurture children. We nurture children. We nurture young people. We nurture people. We nurture children to be confident, to be responsible, and purpose-driven individuals. Yes, that's all we do at Every Child Counts. We work with schools. We work with locals and rural communities, and with vulnerable children, especially children living with special needs. We teach them, we support them when needed, and we believe peace does not only start with government policies, it starts with how a child is guided, how a child is educated, how a child is supported. When children lack guidance, when they lack values, when they lack proper information, it leads to abuse, it leads to violence, it leads to lack of choices, harmful choices. It leads to harmful choices in the society. But when children are guided with love, with compassion, they grew up with respect, they grew up with self-control, they grew up with responsibility. And these are our work at Every Child Counts. We contribute to peace building. These children we are working with today are going to be the youth of tomorrow, as we all know that everyone grew up. We are once a child. So the foundation starts from children. Our foundation starts from when we're a child to when we grew up. So this is what we build. Very soon they will become the leaders of tomorrow. Yes, they will become parents. Those children, those people we call children today, they will become leaders, they will become professionals, and they become decision makers of the country. They become decision makers. So at Every Child Counts, we nurture them into bringing up a peaceful individual in the society. If society shapes them with discipline, if we shapes the children with discipline, if we shape them with empathy, if we shape the children with knowledge and support, they grow into adults that are respectful and they are peacemaker in the society. So one of our major programs is our school visits. We visit schools, we mentor students, we mentor the pupils, we mentor children in school. We visit primary schools, we visit secondary schools, we mentor the children on their career choices and future planning. We help them understand their strengths and potentials. We also teach life skills. We teach how they will communicate effectively. We teach leadership and how they will become a great decision maker when they finally grow up. So we nurture them, we nurture their talents because we believe everyone has a particular talent or the other. So some students they're amazing at drawing, some are amazing at uh, sports, some are amazing in music and every other thing. So what do? We first give them room. We give them chance to explore themselves and we organize different activities for them. We plan painting section, we plan music, we plan training so that they will train in music aspect. We try to understand what their strength. We try to understand how they can grow, and we create opportunities for them. We create opportunities for them to showcase their talent to society, what they love doing. While we help children discover their talents, while we are doing that, we also teach them important decision making, how to utilize their talents, the talents that they have, how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to communicate effectively. We also teach them how to communicate effectively. We also teach them how to utilize their talents, their talents that they have, how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utilize it effectively. We also teach them how to utili Very importantly, we also provide age-appropriate sexual education for them. We teach children about personal boundaries, how they can know what to do, the right thing to do at the right time when they are sexually abused, or how to do without it, how to avoid something like that. We make them speak up on something when something is wrong. We make them speak up, tell the society, they tell us what they are passing through. They confide in us, and we dealt with it appropriately. Very importantly, we also teach them strong moral values. We teach children strong moral values, and we teach them disciplines, integrity, sexual purity, and good behavior in the society. Every Child Counts also work at grassroots level. We work at grassroots level. We work especially in rural and local areas, local communities. In these community sensitization programs, we educate the children, we educate their parents, we educate the youth in the society on child protection. We educate them on sexual education. We educate them on families, value, and peaceful coexistence. We educate them, we engage them, we also engage them in discussion, we hear from them. We make them, we make them ask questions, and we answer it of our rural outreach programs. We support children with basic items, encouragement, and ensuring no child is feels forgotten. We ensure no child feels forgotten, no child, because as our name implies, it says every child counts. So every child counts means no child is feeling unseen. Every child is the same. Every child, we encourage equality. So another very important part of our work is working with the children living with special needs. Many of these children face stigmas, they face neglect, they face exclusion. We advocate for their inclusion, we advocate for their acceptance in the society. We educate their parents, because some parents do not even understand what their children are passing through. They don't understand the gravity of what they have. They don't understand what and how to deal with them. So we encourage them, we teach them, we sensitize them on how to deal with children living with special needs. We organize programs for school concerning that. We visit schools of special needs. We make the children feel loved, and communities, whether so that they will understand that children living with special needs are not abnormal children. They are children that are supposed to be loved and cared for. Also, when we understand them deeply, then we know that they are very easy and very lovely children. Through all these programs, we have been able to reach out to children, schools, rural areas, rural community, support, and raise awareness, because awareness is very important. Some parents don't even know what they have, as what the children have, the talents their children have, the kind of exposure they and how to nurture them. So we educate them. That is why we say every child truly counts, every time, every day, including the special needs, the children, the so-called normal children and all. As every child counts to make them feel loved, feel wanted. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you very much for this participation, Damilola, and the explication of the work of your interesting work of your organization. Our next contribution comes from Shoki Walufa of Positive Peace Generation. Through the annual Peace Festival and year-round mentorship activity, they engage young people in creative and community-driven peace initiatives. Shoki, my friend, welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Doctor. It's always a pleasure and more opportunity when it comes to speaking, especially when we are in the audience who still believes in young people and who still drives positive peace. Positive Peace Generation is a youth-centered organization which focuses on youth empowerment programs with emphasis on peace building, livelihood and skills development, social and climate justice, community economic empowerment, behavioral change communication, mental health, sexual reproductive health rights and education, and HIV prevention awarenesses. We are a youth peace organization. We treat peace as a system. We don't only tackle conflict and misunderstanding, but we treat peace in the concept of positive peace. Our whole programming aligns how do we bring all 8 pillars of positive peace into actualization. But we do emphasis on young people because we are a youth-centered organization. We work closely with marginalized groups of people, which are women and other groups, persons living with disabilities. We put young people at the forefront of our programming and this community involvement as a way of project sustainability. At the moment we have a couple of 3 major programs. We have the Entrepreneurship for Peace program, which are 8-month program for young people, young entrepreneurs and innovators, where by the end of 8 months, they graduate, they get startup, seed funding, other ongoing mentorship. Then the other program is monthly mental health clinics and quarterly conferences, where we host monthly young people. We create a safe space for young people monthly. At the end of the quarter, we host conferences for them. But today, Dr. Jose is more interested in listening to the annual Peace Festival. The annual Peace Festival is an annual event, it's a youth-centered initiative designed to promote peace, resilience, and social justice by addressing the crucial challenges faced by children and young people in Uganda and across the globe. Here we're looking at issues including violence, mental health, climate change, leadership skills and development, substance abuse, limited access to sexual reproductive health rights and education, information, menstruation health barriers. When we started this program, by then it was called Peace Summit, but after needs assessment and other assessment, we rebranded it from the summit and we made it festival because we wanted it to be youth-friendly, youth-centered, young people-centered. And one of the ways young people engage is by play. So we designed the program through entertainment, dialogue through entertainment, sessions through entertainment, but still we bring in to keynote speakers from around the world. International speakers flew into the country. This program started way back in 2023, but now so far it has now at the moment we shall say is the biggest youth and peace program as far as Uganda is concerned. Where now annually we host 5,000 young people for 3 days, a boot camp for 3 days. I don't believe there is any other youth program which hosts that capacity for 3 days. But this is something which we do annually. And I would love to talk about more, but one of the elements I would love to say is it's a groundbreaking program. It's a multi-award winning program, both internationally and regionally, even at the national level. And what we proud ourselves is we don't see young people as participants, but we see young people as major stakeholders of peace building. So we don't just have young people come and participate, but we make sure young people contribute 60% of everything which happens at the festival, from the breakup sessions, from the panel discussion, from the keynote speakers. Young people are part of everything. So make sure that they don't only come and sit and listen, but they be themselves, they present their ideas, they create solutions, they are the change makers of tomorrow. The change makers of tomorrow have to be today. That is how we believe in. And I would like Dr. Jose to play just a 1 minute video. It's just 1 minute video. Dr. Jose, please. As I conclude, as you play that video. So when you look into young people in Uganda, the population right now is we are 77% of the population. We are the youngest population around the world at the moment. The audio, open your microphone. Doctor, the audio is not there.
I can't hear. You that can?
Yeah, the audio was not there.
Okay, I try again. A moment, please.
A gathering that uses music, art, and dialogue to bring thousands of youth together. Began with just 3,000 young people in Busha district. Today, it has grown into Uganda's National Youth Peace Festival, bringing together students, educators, and community members to share ideas, tackle challenges, and celebrate diversity through workshops on conflict resolution, gender equality, mental health, and climate justice. Powers young people to see themselves as agents of change. Next directs issue, areas advancing education and community development, ending racism and hate, and protecting the environment. Wafula believes that when young people unite through creativity and compassion, they spark a ripple effect of peace that reaches far beyond Uganda. The Peace Festival is more than an event. It's a movement proving that the next generation can lead us to a more just, peaceful, and hopeful world.
It's not only the absence of conflict, but it is how we treat others, how we respect the differences, and how we choose dialogue over anger.
Except the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. And among the fruits that you are going to bear, may you bear fruits of peace, so we can have a peaceful nation, peaceful communities, peaceful church, and the whole country. Now, as you celebrate art and music and dialogue and action in this festival, may you also commit to carrying peace back to your schools.
Thank you so much, Doctor. We are all available to support any organization which tries to build up young youth programs into peace, but also we are open for collaboration. So you always reach out, Positive Peace Generation, on all social media platforms. Thank you so much. I'm happy to share our work with the world.
Wow, thank you very much for this incredible presentation, and the video was wonderful. Thank you again. Okay, we now turn to Zuogere Mathew speaking on behalf of Govnor Inspires, the Young Leaf Community Water Peace Initiative. Provides sustainable water solution while empowering young people to mediate water-related conflict. Mathew, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure meeting all of you. But please, I hope you can all hear me well. Hello, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Yes, great.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I am a community ambassador for Govnor Inspires, a youth-led organization in Ghana who is into innovations that will create opportunities for the youth, that will bring innovative ideas from the youth. So we run a lot of programs that are just centered on the youth, because in Ghana, especially where we are coming from, northern Ghana, we have seen that the youth are used for various purposes of which they shouldn't be. They are having the mentality and the ideas that can turn a lot of things into reality for the benefit of mankind. So we run some programs like community outreach programs, and then empowering women. One of our projects is the Green Woman. And currently, this peace initiative, we have realized that in northern Ghana, people do have problems with water source due to the scarcity of water. People and animals in various communities do share one source of drinking water with animals. And these in turn get up bringing a lot of conflicts in our societies, which is not the best. And these small conflicts, we have realized that will escalate into things that will affect generations and after generations. So we have seen that, okay, how do we solve this? We have seen, okay, providing boreholes for each household will be the best. But how do we do that? We can't do that alone. So we have seen that the youth are involved in fighting some of these conflicts, or they are the instruments that are used by most people in fighting all these. Why don't we involve them so that they will be the people to create the solution to this problem? So we have involved the youth that will take ideas, that will sit down, okay, this is the problem, this is how we are going to do. So this is the initiative we are taking to ensure that every household is having portable drinking water, so that animals and then human beings will not be having the same source of drinking water, especially in our northern Ghana. The Fulanis the animals do pollute the water. So Govnor Inspires, as part of our programs, is taking this peace initiative, which we believe that if we involve the youth, not only involving them, but they're taking active participation in it. And then we believe that through constant evaluation of the program and involving them. So we are more focused on the youth, because we believe that the youth, we have the ideas, but it's just that the opportunity is not always given. So this youth-led initiative, promoting peace within our sub-region, the northern Ghana, we are involving the youth in creating sustainable water for our youth to ensure that conflicts and other related problems rising from water scarcity is a thing of the past. And as I said, we believe and we hope this initiative will go a longer way. And I'm using this opportunity to invite and inform my colleagues that we should always inform and involve the youth in our takings, because they are having the ideas, the skills. If involved, they turn these ideas into reality for the benefit and for the use of mankind. Thank you for the opportunity. You're all welcome.
Okay, thank you very much for this presentation. Our next speaker is Mulangaliro Rwagaza, representing Refugee Voice and Action. The Peacebuilding and Conflict Prevention program support peaceful coexistence in the Kakuma Refugee Camp through community-based engagement, resilience building, and collaboration across diverse groups. Mulangaliro, we are pleased to hear from you. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you very much. I'm very glad to be here, and really, we are happy to be here and at least being with friends, brothers and sisters to share what we are facing and what we do in Kakuma Refugee Camp. Okay, first of all, I'm Mulangaliro Rwagaza, the CEO and founder of Refugee Voice and Action. We are based in Kakuma Refugee Camp in Kenya, where we are. Personally, I'm not a Kenyan. I am a refugee from Congo, but I'm here in Kenya in a place where we call Kakuma Refugee Camp. Okay. Okay, in Refugee Voice and Action is a community-based organization. It focuses with so many things, but the first priority is peace building and conflict prevention. And this is what I want to talk about now in this few minutes. We all understand that Kakuma is a place where we have so many people from different countries. And Kakuma Refugee Camp hosts more than 20 nationalities, means people from different countries are staying in Kakuma due to the challenges, problem, war, hunger, and other circumstances that force them to stay in Kakuma. And then in these points, we have what we call peace building and conflict prevention as the first point to talk about, because this is the main point that is affecting Kakuma Refugee Camp, whereby we found we have different nationalities, we have different behaviors, we have different backgrounds, we have different cultural practices, and we have different religions. So when we put all these things together, they bring some misunderstanding between people in Kakuma Refugee Camp. And this is one of the sources that bring conflict in Kakuma Refugee Camp. Number two of issues that bringing conflict in Kakuma Refugee Camp is when we found some people have been experienced trauma, and when they experience trauma due to the war that affects them in their countries, and also displacement is another issue that bring misunderstanding, loss of properties. All these things, when we put them together and we put all these people from different countries together, they misunderstand themselves and they start bringing some conflict, and they start talking or doing things that are not good. But we have other sources. In the refugee camp, Kakuma is located in Turkana West, and this place is very dry. The place that is dry, in another word, is a desert. There is no water. There is no rain. And this is another problem, whereby we are going to find that water brings conflict in refugee camp. Food brings conflict because people can't cultivate. There is no place to cultivate. And this also is bringing some conflict. Also, the other issue is shelter. Getting house, shelter is a very big challenge. Firewood. Sometimes you can have food, but you don't have firewood that will help you or that will support you to get food. Also is a problem. Employment also is a problem. Youth are there. Majority of the population in Kakuma Refugee Camp is for youth, but they don't have anything to do. Employment is another problem. Resources from service providers. Okay, in Kakuma Refugee Camp, of course, there are some organizations, they are working, but the resources are very limited. They are not enough for the population, for the youth that are in Kakuma Refugee Camp, and this brings problems. So I want to say that we come up as Refugee Voice and Action with this program, which is peace building and conflict prevention, because this is what we have been seeing in Kakuma. Refugees are there. They are living like they are in their own countries, but those are the challenges that are affecting them. And when they miss these resources, when they miss these things, is where now they are forming what we call gangs group. From gangs group, many of youth have been joining gangs group because they don't have something to do. They don't have work to do. They don't have centers where they can do research, they can learn, they can play, or they can do any other things. So they don't have a place for them to do their own things in their life. And this is a very big problem for youth in Kakuma. The time they found their idol, now they start joining the gangs group. They start attacking people in the road, in the houses. They start stealing properties from people because of hunger, because they don't have any other things to do. So this was the main point that bring Refugee Voice and Action plus the community leaders, because our culture, we Refugee Voice and Action, our culture, we work with youth, but also we work with community leaders. Community leaders means we have what we call block leaders, zone leaders. Those are the people, governments are there, and as organizations that are in Kakuma, we do partnership and we work together, because we believe that peace building is not a work for is not an individual work. It's a work that we supposed to be together, collaborate, partner, and then we tackle this issue, because peace building is an issue that's supposed to have to join forces. Then after joining forces is where now we can tackle the peace in the world and also in Kakuma Refugee Camp. So we work with community leaders, we work with block leaders, we work with the government, we work with UNHCR, we work with other organizations, so that we can see what to do and how we can at least minimize the issues of peace in refugee camp. So we understand that is resources that bring these things, and we understand that the background of each and every person is what bring these things in Kakuma Refugee Camp. And also there is some people who had their own conflict in their own countries. But when they meet in Kakuma, they start bringing the same mentality in Kakuma. So that's why we are bringing community leaders, church leaders, or religious leaders. We put them on board so that we can address the issue of peace in Kakuma. So we are collaborating with all the leaders, the government, and other NGOs so that we can tackle this issue. But it's not enough because the population is very high, but that capacity, that ability to reach all of them is not there. But here, I will just to highlight that just because of the challenges, and if at least this youth could get some places where to learn, because education is there, but they are not following these instructions because they found. How come they are going to learn and maybe they have empty stomach? They have hunger. Someone who have empty stomach, it's very hard for him or for her to learn. Someone who finished like 5 or 3 days without water at home, how he or she is going to learn? Those are the challenges that also affect the youth group in Kakuma Refugee Camp. So I think this is the brief on what I could say because of my time. I had so many things that I could talk about, but just in brief is to say that youth are there and we are trying to do what we can do in partnership with other organizations and community leaders from different nationalities. Thank you very much. And if there is any question, welcome.
Okay, thank you very much for this interesting presentation. Now we had the opportunity to give the floor to all the people here. So is there any question to ask? Okay. I don't know is thank you. I don't know is Robin Mugabo is here.
Yes, I'm here, very, very, very active.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, now we now welcome Robin Mugabo from TCEI Rwanda. The Garu model strengthening peace building by reducing family conflicts, restoring dignity through dialogue, and supporting reintegration processes within community. Robin, thank you for joining us, and the floor is yours. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Please.
I'm so glad to be here. And thank you for having me on the platform. First of all, I'm Semuju Robin Mugabo. I am the founder and executive director of Twemere Community Empowerment Initiative, which is normally known as TCI Rwanda. I am so honored to share my 15 years experience as an LGBTI activist, and I would love to learn from this dialogue as well. I want to start with a story. A young man's family bought a cow, expecting him to marry a woman, but at the day he showed up with a man he loves, anger, shock, and tension followed. It was a tense situation. They even demanded the cow back. But because we believe that peace begins at home, we had to sit down, the mother first of all, and we said, if this goes out of this house, the neighbors, the friends who had come to see their son getting married to a woman, now he has come with a man, is going to cause a lot of problem and shame based on our culture and Bible beliefs. So through our safe dialogue in that very same space, dignity was preserved and relation began to heal because the mother listened to us and they had to say that the day is postponed so that they can have proper preparations, but it did not cause the fire. And understanding started to grow. This is the first step toward peace in families and communities. What the problem is, across Rwanda, many youth face rejection, isolation, and fear. This is not from the government, because Rwanda is the safest place in East Africa for LGBT people, but the society still rooted in cultural beliefs and biblical settings, which see our community as evil, all possessed, all we are following Western culture, which is not the fact. So here, peace is supposed to begin from home. Without support, youth lose hope. Without support, youth lose opportunities. Trust erodes and peace becomes fragile. As we speak now, Twemere connects over 200 youth in safe space. We do not have a physical office right now, but we have an online setup where our members can meet 24/7. In this safe space, we have coordinators who share referrals to friendly, healthy providers who understand community complex illness, who give guidance, counseling, and most importantly, it's a platform that encourages members to health access and encourage family reconciliation. And this model mirrors global youth building initiative. Here is how we act and how it builds peace. Safe spaces and peer support, when it is provided, youth build trust in each other. Youth share experiences. Youth create bonds that reduce conflict. Family reconciliation as one of our programs so far we have seen about 23 members reuniting with their families, and this has come from the peace dialogues, which has come from our safe network, where members advise and share experiences, and then we try to connect with the parents or caretakers, where we try to explain that we are not really born like this. We are not really copying Western culture, but we are born like this, and we deserve to be heard and to get all we need without judgment or discrimination or isolation of any kind. Isolation diminishes dignity, and in our networks like ours, supporting youth locally builds foundation for lasting global peace. Imagine a Rwanda where every youth has support, every family has a bridge, understand, and youth led with dignity and respect. This is the future we are building, life by life, story by story, piece by piece. I am honored to share these experiences and to learn from this global dialogue. Together we can turn small acts of support into waves of reconciliation and youth-led peace. Tremere proved that supporting youth today builds the peace of tomorrow. We insist that peace is not built in policy rooms. Peace is not built in chaos. Peace is built at home. When there is peace at home, children respect each other, children respect the parents and society. And when peaceful homes bring out children, those children become the light of peace to many other sections, and we find that the whole world is peaceful. I'm so excited to be part of this, and we look forward to collaborating with all stakeholders who amplify peace and a better world. I'm so glad, Mr. President, and all the participants to give TCI Rwanda this opportunity to share our model for peace, and it has brought results. Within a year's time, we have made gross impact where we've seen 53% improve in health. And when we have a health society, we become peaceful. When we have reconciled families, it becomes a peaceful society. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Thank all the participants.
Thank you very much, dear Robin, for our effort to your work. Very interesting. Okay, our final presentation comes from Zuogere, France, representing Peace of Light Ghana. They work in youth peace education and community dialogue, empowers young people to foster understanding and strength trust, helping prevent conflict and promote lasting peace. Dear friend, we look forward to your contribution. Welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much for your time, and good day to everyone. My name is Zuogere Frank from Ghana, and my boss is supposed to make the presentation, but he's at the moment engaged with other meeting. So I will be making the presentation on behalf of our organization. Our organization name is called Peace for Life Ghana. It's a locally based organization. It's located in the northern part of Ghana, and we have 4 thematic areas. We operate in 4 thematic areas. We have livelihood and financial inclusion. That's the first thematic area. We have water, sanitation, and hygiene. We have food and nutrition security. And lastly, we have peace building. And I would like to talk about our peace building initiatives. So under our peace building initiative, we have a program on youth peace education and community dialogue initiatives, which focus on building skills in conflict resolution and nonviolent leadership among young people. Across many communities, especially where social, economic, and cultural tensions exist, young people are often at the center of both the challenges and solutions. Our organization recognizes that When youth are empowered with the right knowledge, skills, and platforms, they can become powerful agents of peace, not only in responding to conflict, but preventing it so that it wouldn't happen at all. So what approach do we actually use? So our initiative provides training and safe spaces where young people learn practical skills, not just a book or not just a book and a pen something, but a practical skills such as conflict analysis, mediation, effective communication, empathy, and collaborative problem solving. So this is being done through workshops, peer learning sessions, mentorship, and community engagement whereby participants gained confidence to address disagreements constructively rather than allowing them to escalate. For example, in some parts of Northeast region, even at the recent, we have some communities whereby some tribes cannot even step into. For instance, Boko, there is a chieftaincy issue there, whereby Mampusis and then the Kusasis, they are fighting over the land. I mean, which people actually owns the land. There is an issue there. And we, the youth, we need to actually do something about it. So we believe that when the youth are trained to listen and facilitate conversations, they can help create an atmosphere of mutual respect. So we have some key opponents of our work. So one of the key components of our work is community dialogue. We bring together youth, elders, women, religious leaders, and other stakeholders to openly discuss local concerns, misunderstanding, and sources of tension. Even at the moment, we've been able to create 3 committees. We have the intercultural committee, a dialogue committee. We have the interfaith, that's the interreligious dialogue committee, and we have the interparty dialogue committee. So under the interreligious or interfaith dialogue committee, we do bring people together from different faiths. We have Christian, we have Muslims, and the other religion together, just to sensitize them on the need for them to tolerate each other religion. And under the interparty dialogue committee, we also bring people from different parties together. In Ghana here, the major parties that we have is the MPP and the NDC. So we bring them together to sensitize them, the need for them to preach on tolerance, that they should tolerate each other views. They should accept each other party views. Even in some villages, when you go there and you are MPP member, you can't go into NDC member and get married to. They won't accept that. But we've started this initiative and we've started educating the youth, the need for them to accept each other views, each other opinions, each other parties. Understand that? So that's what we actually do. So the question is always that how does this contribute to peace building? So the first thing is that the program empowers young people to foster understanding within their communities by promoting tolerance. That's the first thing. And respect for diversity. Youth becomes bridges between groups, helping reduce mistrust. Secondly, participants of our program or our initiative are equipped to mediate tensions before they grow into larger disputes. So this always happens in schools, neighborhoods, or local organizations. So we always train the youth and help them. We always train them in order to mitigate situations in their communities, not only in their communities, but wherever they find themselves. So thirdly, the initiative also strengthened trust among community members. When people feel heard and included, they are more willing to cooperate and resolve differences peacefully. Fourth, it also builds resilience. Communities that regularly engage in dialogue are better prepared to manage future challenges without resorting to conflict. So the real life example that we have is just at the moment, just recently, there was this community, within two families, they were fighting over a particular land. They had wanted to build, so this family wanted to build, this one to also want to build. But through our youth initiative program, we called the youth, we sensitized them, we talked to them, and peace was being able to restore in between those families. So at the moment, there's no issue against going on in that community. And you see, things like this, when they come out and they are not tackled, freshly, they are not tackled at first, it can escalate to something. So the issue has been resolved at the moment. So sometimes what people do ask is that why are we, always investing in the youth? Why don't we tackle, the elders? Why don't we tackle the community? The chiefs and other staff. So, but what we need to know is youth actually represent both the present and the future of our communities. So when they are engaged positively, they become advocates for unity, role models for nonviolence, and contributors to development. Investing in peace education helps ensure that frustrations are channeled into constructive action rather than conflict. It builds a generation that values cooperation, empathy, and shared responsibility. So our vision is to envision communities across the Northeast region and beyond, where differences are resolved through dialogue, where young people participate meaningfully in decision making, and where there is sustained and where peace is being sustained through strong relationship and collaborative action. So to finish with everything, sustainable peace is built not only through policies but through people. That's what we need to know, especially young people who are equipped to lead with empathy, and courage and commitment to nonviolence. By investing in youth leadership and creating platform for open conversation, we are helping to prevent conflict and promote lasting peace. The impact extends beyond individuals. It strengthens communities, families, and society as a whole. Our program is, proud to support this vision by nurturing a generation that chooses dialogue over division and cooperation over conflict. But to end with everything, Peace for Life Ghana is our organization, and we are open for partnership. We actually need support in order to be able to implement all these initiatives that we have in mind. So thank you very much, Mr. President, for your time. And thank you for listening to me. I do appreciate a lot. Yeah. Thank you.